How's it going, guys? It's going off grid, and I'm just getting over a cold, so I sound a little bit funnier than usual. And today we got this. This is what I like to call the essentially cheapest inverter on Aliexpress. Pure SineWave Inverter, 12 volts, that I could find, and at least that looked like it wasn't a complete scam. But yeah, this is the 1600 watt, super small. Like, this thing is tiny. Here, I'll take all my probes off here. Got the oscilloscope hooked up and the stuff plugged in. There we go. There's the front. This is 1600 watts, and then below it is an inverter twice its size by Go Power here, which is only 300 watts. So what is going on here? Because this can only do 300 watts continuous. Now, this is an older inverter, and it's low frequency, so that is part of the reason why it's so big, so bulky. And we're going to be testing some things. This is the boxing it came with. Now, I just purchased this literally a few days ago. It came in the mail. This must be US or Canadian stock. Here's your manual. The manual is absolutely horrible. Like, look at this. If it's the 12 volt model, it only works from 10.5 volts to 13.6. That would be ridiculous if that was true. I've already proven this not to be true. I ran it off at 15 volts, so yeah, this is meaningless. It comes with 2 extra fuses. They are 2 40 amp fuses. As you can see, that means that this inverter is essentially 800 watt inverter, if it can actually do that, if it could blow these. So then that is twice its rating, so that would be the surge. So essentially this is an 800 watt inverter. Now, if this is still can do 800 watts, that's still extremely impressive, because it's half the size of this one. This one can do 300. So we're gonna take a look at that, and we're gonna try this electric heater on low, which is around 600 watts. And we're going to see if this thing makes a pure sine wave. It says pure sine wave right on, what's it, the box or just the listing? Yeah, this just says power inverter. And the listing said pure sine wave, so we'll see. I paid $65 shipped to my house. So even though it's tiny, like, the thing is small, it's fairly heavy, which is a good sign. It's currently running. Like, we'll go through the boot up sequence. We got off, on, it stays red for a while. Green means it's got power. And then the back here, we have the fan with the voltage meter, which is very weird that it's at the back. But I mean, all they did obviously is take one of these super cheap voltage meters and tie it directly in here, is what I'm taking. But anyways, we're going to try this thing out. See how it works. We're running it off of a 3S lithium ion. I believe this is 50 amp hours or 70 amp hours. I honestly cannot remember. I'm going to know once I test this setup here. See how many kilowatt hours I get from it. Okay, so the inverter's on. Got the pocket oscilloscope hooked up. I love this little thing. And look at that, man. It's got a decent sine wave. That is not bad at all. Now, the frequency, this oscilloscope, it always jumps around between 59 and 61. Grid power, any of my other inverters, it always does that, so don't fault it too badly there. It's just a quirk of this oscilloscope. But it really does show spikes pretty well. Like, you can still see the cross-section where it goes positive, negative right there. There is a tiny spike. I could zoom in on it, but I mean, for this price point, I don't think anybody cares. Now, we got the heater. We're going to turn it on to just fan. Let's see how it holds up. Now, that's fan on. The cross-section spike seems to have completely disappeared. Now, I'm going to try this on low. And we're going to try and see if we can get these fans to turn on, because they say right on the back, thermal controlled. Right there, thermal controlled fans. Here we go. Okay, oh, there we go. Our sine wave drooped. That is not a terrible droop. Our input voltage is down to 11.3. Still green light. It's putting out heat. I wonder what the voltage has drooped to. Wish I had my voltage meter in here. I'll have to take a look in a bit. What's the back saying? 9. Is it? No, 10.1 and dropping. Battery's at 11.2. Still putting out heat. Oh, the fan's just turned on. Fan's turned on. We're at 10.2 volts, right around there. Fan's turned on. That is incredible. I can tell you for sure this one would not be able to do that. We're going to try it after. I wonder if this thing can handle any surges. Cabling's getting warm. Alligator clips. Ooh, alligator clips are warm. Okay, well, you can tell this thing is pushing some power because the cabling is not adequate. The clips are huge clips, but they're not capable of this amperage. So dang, this thing is doing way better than I thought for $65 on Aliexpress. That's incredible. Wow. Still putting out heat. Now, let's see what this thing says. We're going to stop for a second. Shut it off. Everything just bumped up, and fans bumped up, everything. What's this say low is? It's a 1500 watt heater. And it doesn't say what low is. What kind of crap is this? Oh well. Okay, so I got my kilowatt meter and it's only putting out 109 volts. What's going to happen when I turn this on, I wonder? Let's go. Fan. Let's fan on. Really didn't do anything. Okay, let's try heater on low. Oh boy, this thing lets things droop, man. Yeah, you don't want to have sensitive electronics plugged in when you're doing this. 92 volts, okay. Function. How many watts are we pulling? I think that's it. Yeah, 437 watts. 38 watts. Fans turned on. I wonder if this would be better at a higher input voltage, though. We'll have to try that later. But I mean, that's still impressive. Let's try high. Let's see if this thing has any protectives or anything. We'll try and get everything in screen here. Nope. Instantly cut out. Okay. Does it come back on? It does. So this will put out a brown out effect. But honestly, I kind of like that feature for certain inverters. This is back to low. Huh. So far I like it. Let's compare it to the high quality Go Power low frequency inverter. Okay, we are now plugged into the inverter that's built into this power bank that I made, this power station. Immediately you'll see the sine wave is not quite as clean, a little bit dirtier sine wave. Now this is very acceptable in today's day and age. Like this sine wave is very clean compared to what a lot of people are using, so I would not complain about that. It's just that this one right here, this Super El Cheapo, had a cleaner sine wave, which is so impressive. Now this is probably 10 years newer though, this one here. Now we have a kilowatt meter here. Look, it's putting out 114 volts. This is better voltage that it should be putting out. Low, high. Okay, let's see if it'll run this. Get fan on low. Let's get this working here. Okay, it's taking 13 watts. I'm going to put our oscilloscope there. Should be able to see everything. Let's try this in low. See what happens. Oh, there goes a square wave. We got 382 watts there for a second, and then it cut out. Wow. Now, this is a much higher end inverter, and they still sell these. But this inverter we're into the hundreds of dollars for this inverter. So, this does have a surge though, a true surge that'll surge without drooping in voltage too much for starting loads. But I'm wondering, honestly, I'm wondering if this inverter will start loads better than this one. So we're gonna have to try that out. This is gonna be a part 1, part 2, and we'll find out. Hope you guys enjoy this super cheap, this cheapest inverter on Aliexpress. That's, I would say, cheapest useful inverter. You could actually power some things with this. It actually has a pure sine wave. I did not know that when I bought it. It has no reviews. And honestly, for $65, I think this thing is a ripping deal. So that's, unless it blows up. We're going to take it apart and look at it as well on the inside in part 2. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. My channel's been slowing on my growth because I took so much time off to build my house, and it would really help me. I'll see you guys in the next one.